It's the Super MMA Bros.
Super MMA Bros here, breaking gay Usman news.
Francis could have sex with you if he wanted to.
If you want to make money, fight Jake Paul. I would love for him and Francis too.
No,
Francis would
no,
fucking hurt him.
Billy Fresh that said this. Francis could have sex with you if he wanted to.
No.
Jake Paul,
Jesus
no.
Christ, dude.
Don't do it.
Just ruined my appetite. I be thinking of Francis Ngannou, lame
Listen.
pipe, dude.
No, pause, Henry. Relax. Don't take it that far.
I mean, you
But
said
listen,
it, bro.
If Francis somehow one of his paws, one of his mittens touch anywhere near here, Jake, no, that's not what you want. Francis,
So everybody, he's
Even
how
Henry
gay
had to
is
call it
Usman?
out. That's pretty gay.
I mean, come on, right? Like, why did we have to go there? Like, this is like when Mike Tyson said the whole thing of like, I'm gonna F you and make you love me.
Yeah, that's really weird. Even Henry, I love how Henry, the king of cringe, even is like, dude, that's way too cringy. That's sus. He's like, what are you saying, dude? Like, I don't like Jake Paul, but why are you saying that? That's weird. He's like, maybe that's Kamaru's fantasy. He's like, oh yeah, Francis Ngannou. But yeah, their podcast, I can't stand watching it. Henry can be all right, like his analysis, fight analysis, I like. He's a little cringy, but like them together, it's just like it's double cringe. It's just too much.
And here's my issue. Like you know, he's talking about grape. That's what you I can't say the real word, but that's as close as we can get. But it's very disgusting to go that route. Like, it's like, yes, we know Nagano would kick his ass, but we don't have to go
Well,
that far,
well, why is
Usman.
his first thought of overpowering a man? Well, what you could do, you could grape him. It's like no one else is thinking that way, buddy. That's why Henry's like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like, yeah, he could beat him in a fight, but why would you go that far? It's like Adesanya when he humped Costa after the fight. It's like, dude, what are you doing, you weirdo? And Adesanya, like, I think he slapped Martin Vittori's butt in the middle of the fight too. It's like, what are you doing, bro? But
I think you always say that like these guys that have been wrestling their whole lives are little sweaty gay dudes underneath that like hugging up on men all
Not
the time.
not
So it's
all of them, right? But it makes you ask the question if your favorite pastime is like grappling a man. It's like, huh. Where you say stuff like this, right? Henry's a gold medalist wrestler. I don't get that vibe from him. He doesn't say like he wants to he doesn't want to bang a dude when he beats him in a fight. But Usman, I don't know, dude. Maybe, maybe Jon Jones is the GOAT and he's trying to like emulate him. It's like, well, if I start saying some gay stuff, maybe I could be the GOAT of welterweight.
And here's the thing, you guys. Like, I think it's like almost a prison gang grape sort of thing of like, oh, we're the three kings of Africa. Like Jake Paul thinks he could take on one of the African kings. It's kind of like he's making it like racial in a way, like to like bring up the grape stuff. Like this is the prison. Like what is this? Like what the
Very
hell?
weird. Yeah. Yeah, Usman, he was a good fighter, but man, is he cringy. Like I try to watch that podcast. He always just starts gloating or just being so self-absorbed. It's like, dude, they talk about the fights a little bit. Oh yeah, there was that one time it was after Kobe Covington's fight, and like he won, it was a good fight. Usman did good, and at the end he goes, "I told you I'm a problem." Like a little, it was so cringy because that's what the announcers would say, like, "Oh, this guy's the problem. Like he's a new prospector. He might be a GOAT, but he said it about himself. He's like, look at me, I'm a problem." It's like so cringy. Like what I mean, leave that to the announcers and analysis. Like I'm a problem. Like
Let's not forget he's Marty from Nebraska too. Kamaru isn't his real name. Remember, in
yeah.
Askren was
Yeah,
like
he got all
shitting on
mad
him.
at Ben Askren, but Ben Askren used to wrestle with him, and they called him Marty. That was his name. That was his nickname. He grew up in America. He's trying to be like Mr. Nigeria, right? Like he's born there, but it's like, yeah, you have the culture and stuff, but like that's why he's a little cringy too. Where it's like
I can,
there's
re-
a,
I
there's a
can,
few
I
fighters
can,
like that.
I can respect Izzy more because he like lived there till he was like kind of like a little kid. I think Usman was like till he
Well,
was 3 or 5 years old.
yeah,
Like you're not really. Izzy was barely that too because Izzy moved to like New Zealand or whatever.
but
Like he really
Adesanya,
grew up
yeah,
in.
he's a little more self-aware, like you said, that he reps New Zealand, he reps Australia, he reps China because he fought there. Like he kind of like makes a joke out of it, right? He's like, I'm from everywhere.
Yeah, at least I can respect that with Izzy. Like I've met a lot of Kamarus in real life where it's like oh yeah, I'm blackety black, like I'm African, and it's like you're not actually. You grew up here. You were in Nebraska. you like you were born somewhere else, but you grew up, you basically grew up here. It's kind of like the Mackenzie Dern thing of like I'm Brazilian, but you were born in Arizona and grew up there, and now you have an accent because you're spending time in Brazil a lot. Like it's kind of like just kind of hilarious to me, you know?
Yeah. I don't know if you saw Ben Askren. He's like wrestling again. He had the lung transplant and stuff. I don't know how advisable that is, but like it's crazy. It's good he's doing better. He's a funny guy. Yeah,
Yeah, we
like
could watch a little video if you want.
yeah, just play it real quick. But like yeah, just play it.
Well, actually, I can't play this song because we could get a
Yeah, yeah,
copyright.
pause it
So,
maybe. Or yeah.
but look how skinny he is, man. He's skinny as fuck.
Yeah, well, I mean, he shouldn't be. I don't know what the doctor's orders if that's good because he's on the medication, immune system suppressant stuff. But hopefully he's being
Didn't,
careful.
didn't you say like if he gets a cut because of the immune system, he could get really fucked up?
Yeah, so hopefully someone said maybe this is his own house and that's like his son or something. So like the danger is if he's at like the gym, all the sweat from all the different people and blood and stuff, right? It could be bad. So we should be careful. I miss he used to be on with DC and Askren would have their little segment. It was pretty funny. I like Askren's takes because he was pretty trolly.
Yeah, I missed that. Like DC's channel, I still watch it. Like sometimes DC is funny by himself, but without Askren, I don't enjoy watching DC by himself as much anymore, you know?
Yeah, because Askren would call out DC shit sometimes. It was funny. Like in DC used to be on with Ariel Hawali with on the ESPN show. It's also funny because they would shit on each other.
Yeah, I miss Funky and the Champ. That was and then even Ariel with DC was good too. Although honestly, I kind of like Funky with DC better because they're both wrestlers. They kind of like I felt like Ariel was just a little schwarmy, sort of like pencil neck bitch boy, where it's like he's intelligent, but he's kind of a shit starter. Like I don't, he kind of I just don't I see why Dana doesn't like him. He's kind of like he's he's good as a troll, but I didn't really like watching the show as much just because he annoyed me, you know?
Yeah, he's a little troll and he pretends like he doesn't know what he's doing. Like at least DC could shit on him a little bit, but since Ben and DC know each other longer, they like really go at it and it's funny. Well, hopefully he'll be back on there eventually. Uh,
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I forget this wrestling Askren, but maybe because of the immuno thing, he's maybe doesn't want to go to the studio. But I guess, he could a lot of times he was just at home by himself zooming in. So I think like I would actually want like he should join back up with DC. I think it would be great. Like bring back Funky and the Champ, especially everyone's gonna watch because you came back from death, you know?
yeah, maybe he will eventually. I mean, he's obviously got more important things to deal with in the meantime, but
Yeah, but look how fucking skinny he is, bro. Look at that, man.
yeah, I mean, I don't want to shit in the guy. I mean, it's impressive he's come back from it all. But yeah, I
True.
guess we
Well,
probably move on into the next topic, I
yeah,
think.
let's get into another breaking Jon Jones's gay news. So I'm gonna just play the video. So I'm gonna pause it with the eyes here. It's like he's trying to act straight here, like, oh, I'm checking out a chick. Like I'm straight, guys, remember?
Yeah, I mean, he's not a good actor, so he's basically acting in this clip.
Yeah. And then like let me move it forward again. And then he's like, oh, let me throw this and hee hee. Like, hee hee, look, I smiled. But look at the initial look right here where he like looks at his friends, like, look at that ass. Like, see how he goes, like, Like, but yeah, all this gay shit came out like, oh no, but I'm straight.
Yeah, I feel like he's trying to like almost imitate Alex Pereira and Nina Drama have been having a bunch of shorts where they're like pretending they're like a couple almost. Like I think he's trying to just I don't know, he's attention seeking too. And then he's getting shit
But
on
this guy,
for the Dana White for the White House fight and stuff.
this guy says it perfect. Really trying to convince us he's straight. Like people are, it's not just us. If someone wrote, "This is AI," I don't think this is AI. Cage culture, I follow. They've been like, and someone wrote, "That's not Jon Jones." It's like, yeah, like, I think he's going for this because, like, if you let's look at the girl again, white girl, his white, like, that's another layer of this too. Like, why are you doing this when you're married?
Yeah, I mean, it's not the best family man, as we all know from his past crimes and the history and many things. He likes being in the spotlight. He's kind of like Conor McGregor, who's never gonna fight again potentially, and he just keeps talking shit like with Tom how he ducked him for the year. He's still talking shit about Tom now, and he's like, "Oh, now I want to fight in the UFC White House card," but we'll see if that ever happens. I don't trust that at all.
Here's the thing, you guys. Like, I feel like Jon Jones, he came out with that apology thing where they, oh, Dana, like, I wish I could have. He admitted, like, basically that he had verbally agreed to the fight Tom, and Dana had said that previously that he had an agreement. Admittedly, yes, it wasn't on paper, but why are you telling Dana you're gonna fight him and then you back out? It's kind of like, I've worked in corporate, like there's kind of a level of when you say something verbally, even though it's not contractually signed, like there's kind of a level of like your word is your bond. So, Dana held up the division for a year because you had said that you were gonna fight him, right? So that's why Dana's mad. He's not mad because you didn't fight him. He's mad because you verbally agreed to it, right?
Yeah, it was shitty. Like John knew what he was doing. I wasn't gonna accept it. But he got to soak up all the attention for you. I'm the champ. I might fight him. I'm the champ, right? Instead of just retiring and moving on, right? So, because then if he had just done that and then he decided to come back, no one would give him ill will if he wanted to come back for just a fun fight. But since he held the championship up for a year, and then we got the Tom Aspinall getting poked thing and it stopped, which sucks too. So like it's kind of like nothing has happened in the division for like over a year now.
Yeah, and you're right. Someone so wrote scared of Tom. Someone else wrote more like a Conor McGregor ending. Like he's doing the stuff of like he
I'm reading
wants
some
the
of the
attention
comments.
without fighting.
So what if he's gay? Makes it more intimidating. I mean, ask Hezbollah. We have in the corner of that little video. Hezbollah's like, "Oh
That
God,
is
no!" And
funny.
John's like, "What are you gonna do? I got you in the corner. What are you gonna do, little man?" Yeah.
I just love on the video this point where he turns his head like, "Hey, bro, like you see this ass? Like, see how he turns his head right there?" And he looks back like, and then the eyes go, like, "Oh, I'm gonna point at it." Like it's like he's not even like acting like a normal dude would here.
Oh yeah, he's gay.
I think you said
Not that there's
something like
anything wrong
his
with it.
eye.
Just we don't get demonetized. Well, we're not even monetized, but he's gay.
Yeah, who cares? We're here to be based. And you
Well,
said
maybe
something
we will
perfect. His eye,
subscribers that or unsubscribers if you subscribe and like the video, please. If you like our shitty jokes,
I think you made a funny comment to me about like his what John Jones's eyes remind you of is like a chick's eyes that were put in a dude's body.
Yeah,
Like
he's trying to hide it, but he looks at the guy. That's when he gets really smiley. It's like authentic happiness, like his time in Thailand.
yeah, and even with Gable Stevenson, he's a little too happy to be playing touch butt in the park with the fucking Gable.
Yeah, I haven't. There's an interview on Ariel. I need to watch it because you're saying he has some sus stuff in that interview. But like, he's a really good wrestler. I heard he might actually be very good in UFC. Like if he gets decent striking, right? Maybe he can be the new DC. But we'll see.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's so many Jones is gay thing. Like I even typed it in today. Like John Jones is gay or John Jones is out for the night, and then like all this gay stuff. I kind of appreciate that. Like it's been covered so much.
It's
Like
a
now, if you
saga.
type in, yeah, it's a whole saga.
Like half,
It's like
we're frequent browsers of the UFC subreddit, and like probably like a third of all content is like a constant flow of sus John Jones stuff because he just gives us so much funny stuff. That's probably, I guess,
it's
it on that. I
yeah.
guess we'll move
Let's
into
move on.
some of the other news is there's a potential betting and like fixed fight scandal going on in the UFC right now. It's not like proven yet, but there's talks of it with Jace, what's his name, Herzog. I'll give you a little preview here. But yeah, uh, apparently, supposedly 100 UFC fighters are flagged by the FBI and potential audit sought for fights ref by Jason Herzog. And this is from like a Twitter post initially where everyone's like, this might just be complete crap. But more stuff's coming out. The FBI talked to Dana. They went to UFC. Apparently, with that main fight they're talking about on last weekend's card, like they saw the betting was weird before the fight, so then they reached out to Dana, and Dana told the guy, "Hey, like you're not like you don't want anybody money, you're not being forced to do anything, right?" He's like, "No, dude," and then he immediately went out, lost in the first round, like was predicted in all the betting, so it's very suspect. Um, And then we don't know that much about the Herzog thing. It's all alleged, Jason Herzog, but they're he's called the best ref in the business sometimes, but then and often he is, but then they'll even my brother and I have noticed like there'll be random fights where he's ridiculously incompetent where it makes no sense because he's not an idiot. So it's either purpose. I've always felt this very, very strange because all of a sudden he would like do something really amateurish as the ref where he'd let the fight go on, the guy's taking like 20 unanswered shots, and you're like, why aren't you stopping it? And then other times there'd be times like the guy barely gets tapped, he's defending and he ends the fight. It's always like, what the fuck are you doing, Herzog? But he kind of played it off like, yeah, you expect up guys, but like maybe it's more sinister, right? And maybe he's betting, maybe he's getting money to like kind of push things in a certain way. Um, yeah, one people keep bringing up is like Henry Cejudo's fight against what was his name, Yudong or something like that, Song Yudong. But
Dong Dong, yeah.
but you know what? That one actually wasn't as bad because Henry, he could have taken the 5 minutes, and before that ended, he could have, made it a no contest by stopping. But he chose the fight, and then Herzog restarted the fight, and then since Henry wanted to not fight, then it was a disqualification. So actually, on this one, I don't really think this one was like, sus like people are saying because that's just how the rules are. But there was people mentioned Cannonier and and Emavov, and like I watched it. I guess I should have pulled the clip up, but you guys could find it. But like you know, Cannonier got rocked a little bit, but like at the very ending sequence, he was still up. He had his arms up to defend, and then like he got like one punch and he blocked it, and then Herzog just ran in and ended. And I was like, what the hell? Why'd you end it so early? Um, and there's a bunch of other ones with Herzog where there were some other like Middle Eastern fighter. I think it was in Abu Dhabi where the guy was getting the shit beat out of him and his like eyes swelled up and he was like dying out there. It was like 20 unanswered shots on the ground. He wouldn't stop it. And like, the theory is maybe the UFC told him to, or he's getting paid off to let the Abu Dhabi fighter, local guy win in Abu Dhabi, right? Where like he gave him way too much of a chance where the dude looked like he was like dying. And then Herzog finally stopped the fight. It was like ridiculous, right? They're not protecting their fighters. But yeah, what are your thoughts, brother? I got my
Oh,
little rant
brother,
there.
I think we've talked about this in the past that we're like true incompetence is like somebody like what's his name? The guy that always stops it early. It's over. It's
Oh,
over.
Mark Goddard. Yeah, he's really inconsistent.
Goddard.
I hate it when he's reffing
Yeah.
the main event.
That guy I
He's
don't
just a
think is well.
pompous dude that I don't think he's doing it on purpose or like shiftily. It's just he sucks.
Agreed. And you made the point to me when we've been talking about Goddard in the past, where it's like he overcorrects. So one, like for example, he stops Izzy early, and then later he lets Khalil Roundtree get the absolute shit beaten out of him, right? And Goddard has that tendency, like he gets shit from the fans, he lets it go on longer. Like I prefer someone like Herb Dean because Herb Dean kind of generally like he lets it go for the appropriate amount of time. Oh, good. Yeah, let's show this.
Yeah, there's a little clip, the ending sequence.
Oh my goodness, is this the moment Nassotini Mama really breaks through?
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Someone
Like his
Yeah,
hands
like
are up, he's defending.
Nassotini Mama.
Like he even took that shot on the glove.
And it was taking shots. Moving.
And Jared Cannonier is a not happy man right now.
This will be controversial. We'll, of course, take a closer look at it. But the damage was starting to mount. Imama.
Okay, admittedly he looked bad there, but
now round 4, Nasruddin Imama will take it.
yeah, the announcers that short, it kind of cuts off part of it, makes it a little hard to see, but like the last punch, Cannonier had his arms up and he wasn't like falling over. Like he got rocked a little before. That's why it's not like ridiculous stoppage, but it was too early. It's like he should have taken maybe two or three more to be sure he was out of it because he was still defending. And then, he immediately protested. Announcers like, oh, that's a little early. And then, yeah, you hear her like, oh, it's over, it's over. It's like, huh, a little premature there, buddy. Like, why? Right? I don't know where this happened. Was this in Abu Dhabi or somewhere, right? I'm not sure, Saudi Arabia. So like there's that aspect too of like for the local-ish fighter, was he like being a suspect?
yeah, that's really suspect because he did get super wobbled at one point, looked really bad. But yeah, he had his hands up. He took the punch on the glove. Like he took it on his arm. It wasn't like he got hit by that last shot square in the jaw. Like, yeah, I think there's a joke right now that they're looking into Tony Ferguson that like how do you lose 8 fights in a row? Like there's like FBI is looking into it's a joke, but it's kind of like Herzog is kind of like that too. If you look over the Herzog fights, you're gonna see a lot of this. So I agree with you. Like Goddard's incompetent. Herb kind of lets it go on a little long. Mirzagati or whatever used to let people like almost die out there. So like there's kind of styles, but Herzog it always seems weird.
Yeah, that fight was in the US, so like it wasn't that aspect of it, but still
Was
it
it
could have been a betting thing. And the other ref, oh, I typed it wrong.
Jimmy Goddard's?
Isn't it Mark Goddard, I believe? Yeah, there
Yeah, I
we go.
believe
This is the guy we're
there he
talking
is.
about. He's the one with Pereira versus Adesanya. He ended it early, and he's had a bunch where he ended it way too early. And then he shifts to like he like does it way too soon. Like he goes back and forth. He's very inconsistent as well. But I don't think he's fixing fights, but he's just a dumbass. And he always does this little wink, like it's Mark Goddard. And then there was some fight too. I forget the fighters. I don't think it was UFC where some guy had glass in his foot and he told the ref, "There's glass in the ring." Like, dude, I have some on my foot. And then guard like, "Oh, you're not fighting." And he DQ'd him and made it a loss. Like what the fuck? Like he's just a kind of a arrogant idiot. Where it's like, no, that's completely reasonable. Why is there glass in the ring, dude? Like, let me get the glass on my foot, and then we'll restart the fight, right? It's like, yeah,
That guy, I watched him a lot. He was in Glory Kickboxing. He's like a super good fighter. So that actually really pissed me off because like why you and this is like a world champion from Glory. Like it's like another Alex Pereira type. Like this guy is really good. So you took it away from him. And
yeah.
here's the
Goddard's
thing.
basically doing the like respect my authority thing, right? Where even when he's wrong, he's like, "You're blatantly wrong, dude. Like you're a shitty ref half the time." But he's like, what I say goes." Like that's how he is. That's why I don't like him.
You know what he is? He's a wannabe fucking Gordon Ramsay of the UFC. He's got that like angry Englishman, like everything shit. I'm always right. I'm a piece of shit. Like, it's like I'm gonna stop a fight early. I'm protecting the fighters. It's like, dude, like you didn't even let Izzy get knocked down in that fight. Like Izzy was on. I mean, admittedly he was hurt, but like it should have been like Khalil when you didn't call the Khalil fight until Roundtree actually crumpled, right? Like, why didn't we get to see Izzy crumpled? Like, we should have been like, because
Yeah.
that
The
honestly,
inconsistency with any of these refs is always like, what are you guys doing? Maybe it's like they get shit for stopping it too early, the next time they overreact and let the guy die out there. But it's like, come on, how it's not that hard. Like it's probably harder in the ring, I'm sure, when you're the angle you're being at, but it's like, the guy's still up intelligently defending, right? Don't stop the fight quite yet, right? Like, if he gets knocked down a bunch of times or rocked a bunch of times, I understand if they do it on their feet, but like with Cannonier, it's like he was rocked a little, but he was still recovered, right? Like give him like one more shot, maybe that connected or two, right? Where he's not holding his hands up.
yeah, it's at least give me like that's why I appreciate Herb Bean. I think Dana made a comment years ago. Like, if I could have Herb run every fight, because Herb might let some shady stuff go on, like the Conor Khabib fight where like Conor was cheating a lot. He's a little simp for the UFC. I believe he kind of lets fights things happen in fights that shouldn't. But in general, he doesn't stop the fight early. He stops it kind of appropriately. I feel like a lot, like especially like me and you always groan when we see Mark Goddard appear for like the
I
main fight.
know.
We're
We're
like,
like,
oh
oh
fuck.
no, not him. Is it gonna be like an instant stop fight? He's done it so many fights where it's like, motherfucker, like this is the main event. Let it go on. Like, or it's a championship fight.
We weren't even planning to talk about Goddard, but this is
Yeah.
how shit Goddard is because he's that bad.
What and
Like,
there was Dan
honestly, like if anyone should be
Murgliata.
investigated, it should probably be Goddard. But everyone knows the FBI is like, we know he's shit. Even the FBI was like, it's obvious he doesn't know what he's doing, so there's no point to investigate him. Like,
Yeah. There was the one like that Canada event, Dan Murgliata, the bald ref, he did like such a fucking horrible job. We kind of talked about that with Kevin Holland and the ball kicking. But I don't think he's fixed. He's just fucking terrible as well. He's just incompetent. But yeah, there's a few half decent refs, but those ones aren't them. Oh well, I
yeah,
guess
it's
unless you have anything else to say, we could probably move on next topic, I think.
yeah. Let's talk about Ronda. Do you want me to show the pit or you got it? Okay.
I got it. Just at least won't do the
Oh,
clip
you
'cause it's
actually have
not
to
long.
yeah. Let's play the clip if you can play it.
All
Is there
right.
a price point that would get you back in the octagon?
I mean, I have everything I want. There's nothing that would really change my life.
Let's do price points on this.
Okay, $1 billion.
150 million.
$1 billion.
$350 million.
Billion.
You're just fighting Burt Kreischer.
All right. I will beat the shit out of you in your backyard for this house.
How long do I get to train? I was just talking to Joe on the walk over. How long for me to train to beat Ronda? That'll never happen.
He wouldn't know. He's not an expert. He's a fan with an audience.
It's interesting. Is that how you feel about it?
Never fought.
He fought Taekwondo, right?
Never fought. That's not fighting. It's not fighting.
Well, I'm gonna exit this conversation. No.
I don't want you to get any bad DMs. We need to get out.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. I didn't watch the full interview till now. I just heard the one quote of her saying that Joe Rogan doesn't know how to fight because he just did Taekwondo. He's just a fan with an opinion. Like, no, he's been commentating, watching the UFC since its like inception, pretty much. When he had hair, that man had hair when he started being the announcer, the commentator. Um, yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, she has her WWE thing, so I get why she doesn't want to fight. That's a lot of money. But like, she always complains like the fans are always mean to me. But she's always like kind of pompous and shitting on everybody else. She talks all this shit. She's like, I don't know why the fans don't like me. We like Amanda Nunes. We like Vinchenko. Like we like a lot of the other women's champs, right? That aren't like little shitbags, right?
Yeah, Ronda's always like someone you hate, like, and rightfully so. We've always hated her, and this is proving it yet again. I think Rogan responded like, I've actually had 5 kickboxing fights. I've actually like fought, like he has had some real fights, and like to her point, yeah, he hasn't fought in the UFC, but like honestly, all she had was an armbar. She was like nothing. Yeah, the commenters are good here too.
Yeah, like you know, and they made a good point because Joe was the one always talking her up. She's like, she's one of the best. She's like great for the sport, and she for the women's MMA, she did put her on the map, right? And she was good at her time, but like people have surpassed her, right? Because she was good at the judo and the grappling, but she wasn't very good in the striking, right? So when she fought some well-rounded people, right, they wrecked her, right? But she still had her contribution. She had a good run. And if she just wasn't so abrasive to everybody, like everyone would have respected her, but she just talks so much shit, then we're like, damn, dude. I mean, she is a chick, but she kind of looks like a dude in that interview too. All the roids and testosterone probably have, had their effect. Probably on the WWE, she's taken it too.
I mean, there's times where I thought she was hot, but she kind of has this weird caveman look. Like she has a big head, like she gets that caveman angry brow. Like it's like yeah, there's a punch. That's great. Look at that. Look at those punches. Like such a touch technical expertise.
Yeah. But sadly, better than like a lot of the women's fighters, even still, right? That aren't like the champ level. I like
I like the
Jim
Jim
Carrey.
Carrey thing right
No,
there.
that's what
Yeah,
they're
it's
on.
like here's the thing, you guys. About when we're not, we always end up at women's MMA, but here we are again because it's like she's not, even though she was a quote unquote champion. I don't think she was. She was at a time when there was nobody. Misha Tate was like her big competition, and the moment she fights two real fighters, Holly Holm and Amanda Nunes, she gets absolutely destroys and cries. She cries and goes, "I had to take my ball home. Oh no, I got beat up in the
Like
schoolyard."
I'm Ronda Rousey.
Like she
But
was trying
she
to
was good. She was goodish. She just got outclassed, right, by Nunes and like better fighters.
she
It
got
happens.
exposed. Come on,
Huh?
brother. She got exposed. Like
Yeah.
she was never that good.
Well, just she talked a bunch of shit after is why people are mad at her, right? She'd just be like, "Oh yeah, they're better that night. They got me, right?" But she like talked all this shit. So, and the shit on Joe Rogan, that's not very smart. He's got like tons of fans. Now they're gonna shit on her even more. She's like,
Yeah,
I don't like that the fans are mad at me. It's like, well, you just made them mad at you. I mean, what do you expect now?
a commenter wrote in the Reddit I saw, they said something like Joe was like crying when she's on her passes. She was like so great. Like Joe was gassing her up when she was on Rogan. And I do remember that like Joe was like worshiping the ground she walked on. So like you're turning on Joe, and like even other people in the UFC years ago were saying that she was like a known problem. All the staff hated her, other
I'm a
fighters, like
problem. Oh wait, that's
everyone hated
Marty.
her.
Yeah, I mean she has a lot of overconfidence, but as a fighter I get it. Like a lot of them have to have that right to like push themselves and train and be a fighter. So I kind of understand a little bit, but But yeah, there's some people who are like, maybe she'll come back from the UFC White House card or something, but I doubt that. I was watching Jackson podcast and there's some judo guy on there. I forget his name. He's like old school UFC judo guy that trained her or like trained with her. And he brought up like, but she's like 39 or something, right? She's not going to come back at this age, probably.
No way.
She just said, unless
Although,
it's like $1 billion, right? So even they gave her like Jon Jones, Francis Ngannou money, she's not coming back, is what she's saying.
well, she has like she put out a training video regard when there was a White House talk. She put out a little punch, punch, punch training video. So I think she would come back on the White House. If she was ever gonna come back, it'd be like a George St. Pierre coming back for a title shot. I could see her somehow like fighting Kayla Harrison or something stupid, like for the championship or something, you know what I mean? Like there like she would only come
Yeah,
back
I mean,
because
we'd probably watch it, if it was
oh, you have
especially on
to.
the UFC White House card. And there's so honestly few American fighters that are like top level, right? They're like desperate for American fighters because it's all like Dagestanis and Brazilians mostly because the UFC doesn't pay enough unless you're the top guy.
And then you could have Nunes, or you could have Nunes on fighting Kayla, or you could have Nunes as the backup fighter, or you could have Ronda as the backup fighter. There's lots of options. Ronda could actually come back, oddly. Like that's the one time for the freak show. Like you're right. Like we're not gonna watch this on a normal card, but like it's kind of fun to have her come back. It's kind of like the Strickland Adesanya fight. Like a Strickland put out a post recently that he was like, "Oh, like my probation's almost up, haha." Like, and then he responded, someone said somebody's name and he gave out a name that they're trying to sign with. I don't know if I trust that. But honestly, if you put Strickland Izzy on that card, that's just like just for the presser. Like oh my God. Just to have like him be like, hey,
That'd be good. Like they should get Strickland on there. There's not many entertaining USA fighters, right? Or like that are high level. So that'd be great. Get Strickland on there. Yeah.
you gotta have Strickland on that card. Like I'm not even a Strickland fan, but just like he's better in
Oh,
the
maybe they
presser.
do Justin Gaethje too. You know what I mean? Because it's like last fight, the title shot, or that's probably in January though. But like, we'll see what happens.
I think that makes sense. Gaethje's a little bitch boy.
Or
Yeah, I'm
Hall
gonna
or
leave UFC.
not Holland, but Max Holloway too would be great
Oh,
to
they
have on
said
it.
funny you said that. Some news came out that like there was Max or someone was saying he wants Oliveira for the BMF title or something like that,
That's a good fight. I don't
right?
know who wins that actually, because Holloway's got good takedown defense, but but Oliveira's very good submissions. Like, I don't know. That's a hard one to see who wins. I don't know who I'd bet on at that point. They've both been knocked out a bunch recently too, so like their chins are both going, so it's kind of up in the air. But fucking Holloway just destroyed Dustin kind of, so maybe he wins that.
Yeah, Holloway's like this. He's like the Yuri Prohaska of that division because it's like he when he was in 145 he beat everyone but Volk, and now it's like the same thing. He beat everyone but Topuria.
Yeah,
Like it's kind of like
he's been
he's
Rob Whittaker in both divisions.
yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like I would love that, dude. Like Dana can make this White House card another 300. Like if you just, it's easy to stack this card. It's the Paramount Plus deal, right? Like more fans, more casuals. Even my mom, who's not even an MMA fan, I'm sure once we get closer to this, she'll be like, "Oh, did you hear UFC's fighting at the White House?" Like she'll
Yeah.
probably like that's when you know it's big when like my mom who's like 60 some years old is like what little granny's like what the UFC.
Yeah, that's why it's smart. They got a president that's gonna let it happen, just wider audience. But
This
yeah,
is a one-time deal. I mean, what other president's going to be like, yeah, you could fucking mess up our lawn and do all this shit. Like, there's no other president will ever allow this. This is 100% a one-time deal. That's why I like the Dana in a way. He did the Sphere. He's doing the White House. I feel like once a year he does do something insane. Like even Abu Dhabi, remember during the whole like COVID thing, the whole like bubble city, whatever they called it, like Fight Island, like he
yeah,
that
Fight
was
Island.
unique,
Well, like
right?
that's where I started really getting into UFC. I used to like watch it on and off, but like everything was shut down, the world was shut down. UFC kept chugging along. It was very smart. It got me. It's like now we watch like nearly every event, every pay-per-view we watch. Not every fight night. There's upcoming ones a little boring. We looked at the fights. We're like, yeah, we might not watch it, but we might react if something crazy happens. But yeah, that's kind of why we're doing the news. Little videos. There's enough funny stuff in the news. There's even more we could go into. I think we might tie it
Oh,
up soon here. But
I have one. I have one. Remember Khabib and his wife? Remember the whole the like people haven't talked about this in a while that his wife is of his freaking cousin. Like it's like second cousin or third
Oh
like
yeah. It's not
right?
breaking news, it's known in reading, but you
It's
know.
known, but there's this thing where it's like that keeps getting like to your point about COVID, like I became a hardcore and how I found out about all this stuff is Connor. I was watching the pressers at the time and Connor's coming up with all this stuff. Like your wife, all this stuff is coming out. Like
Yeah.
Khabib, and then he had the
Oh,
Russian coin recently.
yes,
Remember,
that
like
is
he
in the
had like a
news.
rug pull.
I thought it was AI fake video, but yeah, Khabib is like doing some scam crypto coin, which like it's kind of crazy. Like he kind of acts like Mr. Moral religious guy. He's like, "Oh, buy my crypto coin."
Yeah, the funny part is he acts like, oh, I'm a nice guy. And Connor called him out back in the day. Like there was a video of him making this guy do push-ups, and like he bullied Arm or what was his name, Lobov. He Artem Lobov. Him like they surrounded him. Like Khabib kind of caused a lot of shit, and even right now with this whole coin thing, it's like, oh, so like you're doing the. I think it's like related to the gyms. Like you can buy coins based on which gym like it's some weird thing. And then they showed like the graph where it showed the value was high and then it like drops like really bad. Like this was like kind of like what 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago. Like that's the thing with Khabib. It's like he acts like Mr. Nice Guy. He pissed off Putin, had to run away. Like, oh no, like I have to run away because I didn't pay taxes because I didn't support the war when Putin wanted me to. He's kind of, you know, like these kind of Dagestani guys are kind of like fake nice guys. Oh, a fake moral. Like you're stealing, same thing with fucking what's his name? Uh the other Chechen guy that beat DDP. I don't know why I'm blanking. Uh I can't believe I'm blanking his name right
I
now.
chime in. I never could say his name right. Yeah.
Yeah, Kamzat Chimaev fucking had a coin thing
Come
2 years ago. Or no,
as
it was like an
Cody would say.
NFT. There was some bullshit too.
Oh, I found the little video with Khabib's little bullshit. So we'll show that real
Yeah,
quick.
let's put it up. Just his face.
Let's see. Oh,
I sell you coin.
oh, come on, Khabib. Trying to prevent me from playing the video here? What's going on?
It looks like a
Oh,
picture, not a video.
oh,
But
fucking
actually,
Reddit. Yeah. Okay, yeah, it is. Little scumbags, but yeah. But yeah,
yeah, find that video.
yeah,
I
I'll
have
tear
more
down.
shit to say. I have more shit to say on the shit bag. That's the thing. Here's the thing, you guys, about these Dagestani guys. Like they all, even Islam has issues too, where like he acts like Mr. Nice Guy, but like remember with Volk, he did the whole thing of like, oh, say thank you, you're lucky to get the fight. Like he's not as bad as Khabib, but Khabib's a real fake nice guy. There's come on, let's like I respect a lot of what he's done in MMA and like
He's
but
great at MMA, but like even that Connor fight, how he spit on Connor after the fight. He didn't release when Connor tapped, right? And, it's Connor talk shit, but you gotta release the tap. And then he spit in his face, and then he attacked him. He lost control. Like that's not really admirable, in my opinion. Like you already beat him in the fight. Like that you're being a little bitch by like, continuing it after. You know what I mean? But
the spit on the back of it was on the back of the head, technically. He spat on him. But the thing is that what I'm mad about with the UFC, they didn't reveal that till like years after the fact. We didn't know that, right?
yeah,
And and then you jump the cage. I'm so angry. Oh, you talked about everything. He taps Dylan Dennis, right?
let's see. I
Like
think I got the little Khabib crypto.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. I'm very happy to announce my exclusive partnership with Multibank Group, world leading finance institution. Together with Chairman Mr. Nasser Tahir, we will launching something truly unique, connection with sport, finance and technology, through by MBG token. Our plan is opening around the world 30 Khabib gym. It will be promoted by multi-bank ecosystem, and it will create a lot of opportunity for athletes and fans around the world. It will be a beautiful project.
I mean, he's barely trying in the little ad for it too. He's like, "All right, fuckers, how much you paying me to do this?"
I got a timeshare that I can sell you. Like it's very like I've been told to sell this bullshit to you. This is very serious. Oh, like he's trying to do like the Steve Jobs, like I'm serious in my little black shirt. Like what the like what are you trying to sell us here, Khabib? Like what the this is so unlike you. You never sold shit all the years.
Yeah.
You never
That's why I
promoted
thought it
shit.
was fake originally, but I went and found on his Twitter he actually posted it, right? So like
He
it is
posted
him.
this on his Twitter.
Yeah, no, it's his actual video, right? I didn't believe it at first. I'm like, really? Khabib, this is what you're up to? But like, yeah, everyone's shitting on him in the comments, like, like fake religious guy, like Mr. Moral. But like, everybody's greedy at the end of the day, right?
And here's the thing, you guys. I get it. You retired because your mommy said you couldn't fight no more. Oh no, Khabib can't come out to play. Oh no. My
Yeah,
mommy said I can't fight.
because that's the thing. His legacy is a little. He's maybe not the GOAT because he doesn't have that many title defenses. I think he has three, is it? Like, and a lot of his fights before he got the title were kind of like not amazing opponents, right? So like Islam's the real GOAT if he keeps winning because he's fought really hard people. He beat Volkanovski twice. He beat Oliveira. If he beats JDM even, like that's crazy. If he comes and beats Taporia, then he's for sure the GOAT in my opinion. Between Jon Jones and him, but he's like second behind Jon Jones in my opinion right now.
I just had an idea. What if Islam beats JDM, moves up to 185 to take on Chimaev, and beats Chimaev as the first triple champ?
That would be crazy. But I think he needs to fight Taporia after that, right? Like, because
But
go
they're
back
gonna
down to
fight at
lightweight. Because I
170.
think
That's the
Taporia
problem.
has the best chance to beat him. I think he could beat him because he has the knockout power, right? If Because Islam, his takedowns aren't as good as Khabib. Khabib was like an anaconda, and he's like control their hips, and he would just take them down. People couldn't get up, they couldn't prevent the takedown. People have success against Islam, like Dustin Poirier gave him the fight of his life, right? And Dustin's not known for grappling, right? Um, Volkanovski took Islam down, was ground and pounding him at the end of the first fight, right? People have success against his grappling. So if Islam can't dominate Topuria on the ground, I think Topuria wins that because the knockout power, right? He's knocked out back to back Volkanovski, Max Holloway, or no, Oliveira, then Max Holloway. Like that's already he's getting to GOAT status. Imagine if he knocks out Islam, right? Like crazy. So like I re that would be an amazing White House fight, Islam and Tafuria. But we'll see what happens with the timing of
There's been
everything.
talks. Islam put it on his Twitter that like he would be willing to fight him at the White House, but at 170. That's what he said. Like he's not doing it at
But that's
155.
that's bullshit. Tafuria is a tiny little man. He's not gonna be able to. He's not. He's too short to go up and like compete at that weight,
You know
right?
why? It's the weight drain. Because I did
Yeah.
wrestling. Like you're more likely to get a concussion when you're weight drained because your brain takes longer. I think it takes like from your dehydration, your rest of your body's rehydrated super fast generally, but the
Well, no,
brain
he'd
takes
have to
like
gain weight, right? I'm not confident he could gain enough weight, right, and be big enough frame to compete that division. Someone made an image of him versus the other people in that division, and like they're all way taller, way, their bone structure way bigger, right? He'd be at a disadvantage. So honestly, if that's what Islam's saying, I feel like he's running scared a little bit. Go back down to lightweight, fight goat versus goat. Well, you're a little scared, I think, right? He knows that
here's the thing, you guys. Unlike Khabib, I have a soft spot in my black heart for Islam. He's grown on me. He's funny. He's
yeah,
not as a
he's
fake
earned
guy as
his way
Khabib.
unlike Khabib a little bit, all right? Like he's fought killers.
Yeah, and he didn't go like my mommy said I can't fight. Like here's the thing, guys. If he had come back and fought Connor a second time, I'd leave him alone just because it's an easy fight. You're gonna win again. You would have made so much money. Dana wanted it. We all wanted. We wanted it for the pressers. I wanted, and like even Connor's coming back saying he wants to fight at 170. He wants to fight Islam because it's like him fighting Khabib again,
He
right?
gets
Like,
destroyed by Islam at this point. I feel like all the
yeah.
coaching.
But here's the thing: lucky knockout punch. You never know.
Yeah,
You know,
it's true, but he's too undisciplined. I don't think he's ever fighting again. Maybe that's rumored Chandler and him. That's been rumored for years. I don't see it happening.
but I just didn't like the whole. That's why even though to your point, Islam ran away from Taporia because like, oh no, you might knock me out. I'm scared. I only know how to wrestle. I'm gonna run away.
Well,
You're
yeah,
right. He
they were doing
ran.
that bullshit where Taporia wanted to come up and fight for the title. They're like, no, you need to win a couple fights in divisions. Like, dude, he was champ at his division, knocked out Volkanovski, and then knocked out Holloway, right? It was like, come on, he more than deserves it. Who else are you gonna fight that's competitive? Oh, you fought Moicano, right? I mean, that was a pullout fight, right? That was supposed to be Armin. But besides Armin, like at lightweight, he had no other challenges. There's like Topuria and Armin really the only challenges left.
He ran from Armin too. He should have fought Armin before he moved
Yeah.
up, just for legacy, right?
Honestly, Armin versus Topuria is an interesting fight too. Like, I feel like Topuria wins just because the knockout power, but you never know because how like Armin's grappling is good, but and supposedly Topuria is good on the ground, but we haven't seen that much of it to really see how good he is. Because he's the Georgian wrestler, like with Marab type of thing.
I like the Daggies are like losing and like Uncle Aya being getting sent back to the tire shop, and like
Oh
the
yeah, send to
Daggies
tire
Islam.
shop 2 to 3 years. Forget. I like how it's
Yeah,
reversed, and then JDM winning. It is nice to see. Umar Nurmagomedov losing to Ravi. The Khabib's like freaking out in the corner. It's like I know a big part of that supposedly it's Craig Jones talking about himself, the jiu-jitsu guy, that like he's doing the anti-Dagestani stuff, like the hand control and teaching everybody. Seems to be working though. So
it works. And Here's the thing, you guys. I did wrestling, and I had a wrestling partner for 2 years, so we were in the same weight class. So we would wrestle. We had 3-hour practices,
I
and I
don't know.
used to
You
have
know
a
what they say
move.
with those guys that like wrestling. No, he
That's
at
why I
least
got out
stops.
after a couple years. It's but because it's like I can't keep this sweaty dudes is gross. But like he figured out I had one move and that was really good that I'd always use in matches. But since I use that move on him every day, he learned how to anti wrestle that move. So I like he basically neutralized me. And so that I kind of feel like Craig Jones is doing that. Like he's figuring out the specific kind of wall wrestling that they do because that's kind of their strategy. They generally don't shoot out in the open. If they do, the idea is to like push you against the wall and do the
Yeah, because
wall
they don't want to put their
pumping.
heads and expose it. Khabib didn't care because he was so confident in his grappling, but Islam doesn't want to risk it, kind of
Yeah,
as
they do
much.
more like arm drags. And so if you train on what you're seeing, and I feel like that's kind of why JDM kind of whooped on Bilal because Bilal trained with Khabib
Yeah,
in
that,
the
that
later
was a great
years.
fight. It's back up on UFC's channel too, like the full fights. It was worth a rewatch.
I don't know if I
Especially,
could rewatch it
it's
only
pretty
because I don't
violent
like
too. It's
Bilal so
gross.
much.
But no, like it, I'm gonna rewatch it again, especially because the fight's coming. It always helps with the fight predictions, right? To see you again, But I could see you don't
And,
rewatch it.
and here's the thing, you guys. I don't like Bilal because he's like the Kamaru Usman Palestinian version. Like Palestine. Like I believe he was born and grew up here. He's never even lived there. I
I'm
believe
not
he is
sure on that.
100% Palestinian, but it's also like, dude, like it's like the same thing. Like what the hell, dude?
Let's Google it. Bilal Muhammad, where born?
I believe he's never lived there. I believe he was born somewhere in the Midwest.
Born and raised in Chicago, Illinois.
I knew it.
But I
I
understand
knew it.
his thing a little more. He's more freshly here. They've got stuff going on in the world. We don't get into all that, right? But yeah, but it's not even about that. It's more like his personality too. There's that thing with Alexander Volkanovski where like Bilal texted him, and then Volkanovski was busy doing media shit, right? He was a busy man, busy Australian man, and then Bilal like 10 minutes later, he's like, "Well, fuck you." He made some Twitter posts like talking shit to him. Volkanovski's like, what? He picked up the phone later, and then Bilal's like, "Oh yeah, ignore that thing on Twitter." He's like, "What are you talking about?" He went and looked, and he like talked a bunch of shit to him. It's like, yeah, he's a little bitch. He's
Was it
he
10 minutes?
pretends to be Mr. Nice Guy too, but he's like a little shitbag, right?
Was it really 10 minutes though? That like
Maybe
the
not 10, it's something like that, right? It was like, he didn't pick Volkanovski didn't pick up the phone because he was busy, right? And then he called him back later when he had time, and then Bilal's like, "Oh yeah, ignore the Twitter th rant I posted," right? It was like all shitting on him and stuff. So that's why people don't like
yeah,
Bilal too.
he's very
Whatever his
feminine
name is, I
energy.
forgot, but.
He's a very sensitive fighter. You could tell that. Oh, here's the thing, you got again. I actually have a little soft spot for Bilal because Usman won't release the video. Apparently, Bilal made Usman cry on their podcast, and they got into a little scrap. And
Uh-uh.
like I kind of like that like he talks enough shit to piss off Usman. So I'm like, all right, like Bilal,
Well,
he
they're
has some
kind of like they're
redeeming
both kind of
qualities.
the fake, nice, cringy types. So like they had a cringe off, and I guess Bilal won. Maybe Henry was
His
there as the
count.
referee. He's like the referee of cringe in this situation. Like Henry, I like Henry even in that clip from earlier. He called out the bullshit a little bit. That's why I like Henry a little better. It's like he's cringy, but it's kind of an act to like try to be entertaining. Versus Bilal and Usman, they just are cringy, like actually naturally is their personalities.
You're right. It's like this town's only big enough for the one of the two. This town ain't big enough for the two of us. It's only one cringe master, so it's like they can't handle two cringe. It was too much cringe for one room, and then you had
Yeah.
Henry, like to your point, he's also a cringe
Like a
master. So
cringe threesome. That's too much cringe.
it's that's here's the thing, you guys. Like, that like Kamaru. As much as I talk shit about him earlier in this podcast, like I think actually he's kind of interesting. I like as a fighter and in his interviews, I always hated him. But actually, even though he's kind of cringy, he has good takes. He talked with GSP, they had a great conversation. Like I feel like he's kind of more a normal dude outside of fighting. But you could see the little shit bag turns on, like when he was fighting Buckley, all of a sudden that little shit bag returns. It's kind of like versus Henry, I kind of feel just like cringe like 24/7. Like he's never likable. Like he said something like, "Oh, look at that girl's fart box. She has a nice fart box," to Rampage Jackson. And then Rampage was like, "Dude, I'm streaming." And like why would you use the word fart box? Like what
Yeah, he's trying too hard to be offensive and trolly, right? Like, but it's kind of an act with Henry. But Usman. I mean, regarding MMA stuff, obviously he's knowledgeable. He's the champ and stuff. But just his personality could just be grating. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think we're good.
well, one more thing, and we'll close on this. Raja Jackson's going on trial. Believe it's November 24th. I have to look it up again.
Oh
It's
yeah.
later this month. So we're gonna put out a video that night because this is like the OJ Simpson, like, but for the white man, I believe, where it's like it's like this white guy got the shit beat out of him, and it's like, this is kind of like the reverse where it's like, oh, like this
It's
guy
not even a
this
racial
guy got
thing at all, just to like clear that up and doesn't know what we're talking about. But it's just he's Rampage Jackson's son, which is a UFC Pride fighter, right? So very famous guy. Just yeah, it's a whole thing. We were making content at that point. We would have had some funny takes because we watched a lot of Rampage and Jackson podcasts and stuff. We were even watching Raja on the streams before too. But yeah.
and here's the thing, you guys, with that whole Roger situation. Like, I get it. Like me and you used to watch WWE back in the day. Remember when we were kids? We used to love it, and you know, I get it. Like a receipt happens. He wanted to get a little revenge, and you beat down the guy, and it's like you're allowed to get like one punch in. Like my issue with Raja is like not only did you slam him on his head, he was basically like knocked out from the slam. That was like honestly, if you just slammed him and then like walked off or pinned him, none of this would have happened. The slam, it would have been like, oh, you slammed him. That was part of the act. Oh, he got hurt. That wasn't purposeful. And even if it was purposeful, but the guy had crushed a can on his head without permission, it would have all added up. But you like punch him ungloved, like semi unconscious man 20 times and then run away and say you didn't do anything wrong. It's like, that's the thing, like you said, it's not even racial, but it's like they're kind of making it racial, I think, in the, I don't care either way, but it's like, I just don't, that's why I'm just using the OJ Simpson example, because where it's like the racial element, I kind of feel like it's kind of doing yeah, there we go. Thank you. This is Psycho Steve or Psycho Stu. This is the guy he beat the shit out of, and there's Raja Jackson, and it's like, I actually like Rampage. I liked Raja, but it was like this was like a bridge too far, and like I feel like if my issue is if the roles were reversed, if this guy on this white guy right here had beaten the shit out of Raja, it would have been arrested. It would have been national news. It would have been such a big deal. But because he's white, I kind of feel like, oh, well, like whatever. That's my issue with the whole thing. It's kind of like, oh, like he didn't, he deserved it somehow, or like it's not that bad. I don't know. I don't know what you think about this.
Um,
Are you a
I mean,
black
the
man now?
context, his shirt kind of matched. I can't get my face lined up, but the context was Psycho Stu, whatever his name is. I have to look it up. But like, he thought Raja was there to promote like the professional wrestling match. He crushed a fake can of air on his head, but Raja had been sparring previously and had a concussion like a day or two before, so he was mad about it because he's still not recovered. He probably should have been in the hospital already, really, right? And they apologized in the moment, and like he accepted the apology, right? And it's like, oh, get in the ring and you get a little bit of payback, which meant maybe like one punch, like my brother was saying, right? But what Raja did, he was on his stream, he's like, no, I'm gonna get it back, I ain't no bitch. And he slammed on his head and he rained down punches when he was knocked out like 20, 30, it was like crazy. It was like over and over, like trying to kill him. He even premeditated, said, I'm gonna punch him till they pull me off, right? And another wrestler had to run in and peel him off, and then Raja tried to take down that wrestler, and he probably would have attacked him too. So that's why I was way over the top. Basically like attempted murder. It's probably not gonna end up being that in the court system, right? But like it'll be taken down. But he's gonna feel like he's gonna do some jail time. Like it's a crazy turn of events. Um, not exactly MMA news, but related with Rampage Jackson. But yeah, it was pretty crazy when it happened because we all watch their podcasts and streaming, right? And he had a sweet gig with Rampage on Kick streaming, but now because of the violence, like Raj is banned from it. So it's like he had a sweet gig and he ruined it.
That's the thing. I like Rampage a lot, and Raja was funny with his dad, and they brought his like grandpa on the show now, like Rampage's dad's on the show often, and it's like I like them both really. I was really surprised that Raja would do something like this, and I really like Rampage. Rampage is hilarious,
But
and
as a dad, I can see a little how Raja snapped because Rampage shits on Raja like they act like bros, right? He's always shitting on him, and like from your dad, that's would be hard to take over years and years. And now you're a fighter because Raja he was an amateur MMA fighter. Like you're getting concussed, your like head's not even screwed on right. He literally was concussed during this event. Like it happened a day or two before where he got rocked, and he really should have probably gone to the hospital, right? So like he's getting CTE, and then he's like pissed, right? So he finally snapped. So it's kind of like it's not Rampage's fault. I'm not saying that, but it's like I can see kind of how Raja snapped a little bit. Still Raja's, fault. Like you don't like the abuse, like maybe speak up more, or, like don't be around your dad quite so much. It was driving you that crazy, you know what I mean?
when he got rage baited by 12-year-olds, I was watching the like live stream
Yeah.
clips, and like they were like on chat being like, "Oh, you're a little bitch. Oh, you're a little bitch." He's like, "I ain't no," like he said, "I ain't no bitch." He's like, he was telling him like, to prove that he wasn't a bitch. So he kind of got gassed up. Like I felt like it was like when you're in like junior high, and you're like,
Who would
fight,
listen to
fight,
people on the
fight.
internet talk?
It's a big, and that's the thing. He had look at our channel. We got like 14 subscribers,
The
right?
best
Like
subscribers on all of YouTube. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe, you fucks. Continue.
yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, you guys. He had all like thousands of views. Probably I'm not sure how many subscribers, but I'm sure a ton. Like he had his life built. All you had to do was not screw it up,
Yeah,
and it
they were
was
literally
like
just going out to like strip clubs and bars and like hitting on chicks and getting paid to do it. It was great.
great life. You let this moment ruin everything, and that's the thing. Like I feel like if the guy had died, you deserve really serious time.
He
I
deserves
feel
jail time
like
for sure. I mean, that guy, he lost teeth. He was concussed. He might never be the same, right? Like it was like if a UFC fight happened and like was it Mazazaki, the one that would just let him die in the ring? Like it was worse than him. It was like times 10. It was like 20 something unanswered punches when the guy is knocked out, not defending.
I feel like it won't end in jail time. And here's the reason: it's because the Psycho Steve's going to want money because
It
he's
could be a
rich, right?
settlement,
And
right?
there'll be a settlement. It won't. Maybe they'll like drop the civil or the jail charges. I forget the term, but it'll go to civil court
It
instead
could
of
be.
there's a criminal. They'll drop the criminal, probably go civil on this one. That's what happened in the O.J. Simpson trial, where like he got sued essentially instead of going to jail because like there wasn't enough. That's why I keep seeing the parallels. Says
Yeah, it's
I
kind
feel
of
like
not
it's
the
like
same at all, but
oh, maybe I'm wrong, but I just think it's funny that like it's like the racial element makes me laugh here because it's like it's it's
Well,
like two
certain
rich.
MMA YouTubers do kind of clickbait title push that MMA guru. We love you, MMA guru, but he did it for
Yeah.
views, just
Oh,
controversial. I
oh,
understand.
now I have to talk about that. Now that you brought that up. Yes. Here's the thing, you guys. MMA Guru did this whole thing calling Raja like a dirty animal or something, like repeatedly, like he's a dirty animal, like dog whistle racism for like 25 minutes. And I looked at the view count, it was like 500,000 fucking
Yeah,
views, just
he knows what
race
he's
baiting.
doing. He's
Yeah.
being
And here's
controversial
the
on,
thing.
on hot
Yeah,
purpose, right?
He's a British bulldog. He's not even one of us in the US. Like he's saying, "Oh, I
That's,
didn't know that
that's
was
where he
like
can
a
use that
bad thing."
excuse, kind of, right? He's like, well, we didn't have the slavery and the racism like you guys had.
Yeah, I didn't like that because it's like, dude, like you probably it's actually probably less racist here than out there. Like that was my thing with MMA Guru. Like he rage baited that, and it's like I want a real take, and that's why I insist upon doing Raja Jackson commentary because I feel like there's a lot of like kind of like bullshit dog whistle racism bullshit like that. And then there's also like the wokies are like, oh, Raja should be like freed of all charges. And then there's kind of the
I don't know if
far
anyone
right
thinks that. They're retarded if they think that. But
there's a far right, like super far right kind of guys. What do they call those? Like neo right or whatever. Like they're really out there that are like gonna jump on this. But like, yeah, we're just like normal dudes having like that. You know, obviously race is involved a little because they're look at them, but it's not like a big deal to me about like race. I just think the race dynamics are playing in because I do believe if it was reversed. If this old white guy beat up this young black dude, this would be like a whole it would be like George Floyd. It'd be a whole different thing. So that's my issue with it is like, and then I don't like MMA Guru. Like usually I like his takes. I didn't like this take because it was like, oh, you're just trying to like stir the rage bait on race for like no reason. Like the video sucked. I didn't think it was funny. I remember DJ didn't confront him about it, which I thought was surprising.
But
Maybe his PR
DJ,
people
he gets the whole death sentence saga. Like he's kind of using a mentally challenged dude for views, right? So they both, you can't really call that out, right? He knows they're both doing things for views, right? And I
you
like
would
them
have
both.
thought a fighter that gets punched in the head would do something shitty to somebody.
Yeah,
Like
when people always complain, these fighters aren't like the moral compass we expect. It's like they fight for a living. Like, what do you expect? Like, even Khabib harshing on earlier, he is a fighter at the end of the day, right? It's not shocking to me. But some people are like, oh, he's such a good guy. It's like he literally beat people up for a living. I mean, what do you expect? You know?
and here's the thing with Raja. Like you said, I think he deserves some jail time because of what he did. It was like assault and battery, near attempted murder. I think he deserves like 5 years probably because I think if the guy had died, it might be life in prison or like is permanently disabled. I think probably somewhere between 5 to 10 years wouldn't be outrageous. But he is a young kid. I think he could learn from it. So I have a
Yeah.
soft spot for Raja because, like you said, his
He's not
dad
that
does.
young. What is he like mid-20s, like 20
I think
something
he's
like
mid
that?
twenties, but you could
Yeah,
tell he's immature. He's grown up rich. He's grown up with his dad
I
shitting.
know.
He fought his
But
dad.
it's
They've
not an
talked about
excuse at
it.
a certain point. You're adult, right? So like
He's
I remember Rampage used to say like he has multiple kids. He's like, for this kid, I'm saving up college fund. And he's like, oh, for Raja, he's like, I'm saving up some fees if he goes to jail. He might up in jail. Like he said that years ago. And he was right. He knew his son a little bit too, right? Like,
true, true. I agree, and that's why I kind of feel. But I think he could learn from it only because his dad is rich. I feel like this would be like, oh my god, I could like if they give him 20 years or
I
something
don't think they're doing
crazy.
that, but then I give him 5 to 10 or something like that.
I think 10's a little excessive because you want him to come out and be a member of society and be normal. And I feel like I don't, I as it pains me to say this, but I think almost like 1 to 2 or give him 5 years, but like a chance for parole after two or
Yeah, I could
something.
see that happening.
Right, because I don't think he's young enough and he's rich enough that like I think he can come out, learn from this, never do it again. That's the thing. I think a lot of these like far right dudes, they don't get that. Like you got to rehabilitate people, give people a chance. If you just tell him he's going to be in jail for 10 years, he might commit crimes in jail. Then he's in there for life, and he's not a bad kid at all. You could tell. Like he's not like a shit bag. He's immature. He got gassed up. Like you
I
said,
don't
he
know.
got
Do you
kicked in the
know?
head.
You don't know. I mean, we don't really know. But like, yeah, there's arguments on both sides. We'll see how it plays out. We're not the
Maybe
legal
in a long
experts.
rap sheet, that's a whole different story. But I
Oh,
don't
we don't know.
believe
I don't know.
he's
I have to research that. Does he have
I
past
doubt
criminal
he. I
things?
doubt. I mean, I don't think so. I think if he did, he would have been arrested faster, right? But I don't know. I feel like it's a tough situation, but I feel like Rampage just handled it really bad. Of like, oh, you haven't talked to your son. I don't know if you saw the Ariel interview where he was like, oh, you haven't talked to your son, and why is that? And then he was like, oh well, he's like disgraced our family name. Like he went all Japanese on him. Like how Rampage likes his Asian women. So he went like, oh, he's disgraced the family name. And like it was a really weird moment. Like what? You're not talking to your son at this very important moment. Like that really shocked me. I'm like, okay, Rampage, like what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess he's pleading not guilty and it's like felony assault or something. But like the thing
How can
is,
you plead
it's
not
like all on
guilty?
camera. He live streamed it himself, the premeditation. So I don't know how to get out of that one. They need a real damn good lawyer. Maybe they
You
will
know
get
why he
one.
did that? Because if he pleads guilty, you can't ever bring it for appeal. That's how it works. So if you ever plead guilty, so he's doing
Uh,
this to appeal it. I've learned that from just research online, like with cases in the past. I'm like, wait, what? Why are they not? Because that's why it seems crazy. Why wouldn't they just say guilty? Because yeah, guilty, you're just hoping for leniency from the court. Like you're like, okay, like I'm not gonna appeal it, just be lenient. So I get it. Like if you get a really good lawyer.
yeah. But yeah, we'll comment on that when that happens. I'll be popping up, and we have other MMA news, and I think Islam and JDM is not this weekend, but next weekend, but coming up
Next
soon.
weekend.
And we'll for sure have some predictions or thoughts on that and more stuff coming up. If there's any more news.
Hey, you fucks, like and subscribe too, guys. Come on. We got like 14 subscribers. We get thousands of views. We got like 1.2K views and we have 15 subscribers. Like that's like
Those are
we're
on
like
shorts.
1%.
Some of you don't have big
We're,
attention spans. I understand. If you like our content, it's not for everybody, but if you like our MMA takes, give us a
no,
subscribe,
wait a
give us a
minute.
like. Well, we're gonna be consistent. Every big fight we're gonna comment on. Like some of these little shitty fight nights, you don't even want to watch it, so why are we gonna make content on it? But like, all the big ones, all the news, we like making a little content. Yeah. This is Super MMA
Here,
Bros. Subscribe, you fucks.
yeah, here's the
Here's the Super